Good morning, everybody. Got the latest elders letters for June. There's going to be a lot of reading because there's a lot here. In fact, the elders announcements and reminders for June is 5 pages long. I'm going to start with the congregation first. Number 1, arrangements for viewing the 2020 convention. We greatly anticipate viewing the upcoming Always Rejoice convention program in July and August. Understandably, due to family circumstances or other reasons, some publishers may find it necessary to view the convention sessions on their own at other times. This is left to the good judgment of each family head. Publishers are encouraged to discuss points that they enjoyed from the program with one another throughout the week after viewing each session. We are confident that this convention program will heighten our appreciation for the need to strengthen one another as a unified organization during these difficult times. Audio descriptions for the 2020 convention videos for the benefit of the blind and visually impaired. A separate set of the 2020 convention videos will be published with audio descriptions in English or Spanish. And then it says how to go get those. Number 4, evaluation of pre-groups and groups. After carefully and prayerfully considering the needs in foreign and indigenous language fields, the governing body has asked circuit overseers to review all pre-groups and groups. Over the next several months, this review will determine whether each pre-group or group should continue to function or be discontinued. If a pre-group or group that you are currently supporting is discontinued, please do not view this as an indication of failure. We warmly commend all those who are supporting the foreign and indigenous language fields. Your zealous efforts and fine work do not go unnoticed by Jehovah or his organization. We are confident that Jehovah will continue to bless your wholehearted service and their preaching work in foreign and indigenous language fields as we follow the leadings of the Holy Spirit to accomplish our primary goal of making disciples. Now for the elders. 4 pages. Number 1, arrangements for viewing the 2020 convention. It is the governing body's earnest desire that all in the congregation benefit fully from the 2020 Always Rejoice convention. To strengthen and unify our brothers worldwide, it is our preference that all publishers view the convention sessions on the same weekends wherever it is possible and practical to do so. Boy, if that isn't going to clog up their server. Therefore, please consider the following updated information as soon as possible. If possible, the viewing of each convention session should be arranged on the weekend indicated below, starting July 11th, 12th, Friday morning, and date available on JW Broadcasting July 6th, all the way up to August 29th and 30th, Sunday afternoon, August 24th. Number 1, no public talk should be scheduled on the weekend a session is viewed. If a circuit overseer's visit or a circuit assembly is scheduled during one of the weeks, the viewing of the convention session should be postponed by 1 week. Number 3, reminder, the Kingdom Hall should not be used for these or any other meetings until further direction is received from the branch office. So they still don't want anybody at the Kingdom Halls. Number 3, an abbreviated Watchtower study should be considered by the congregation before the convention session is viewed. The study should last 30 minutes and be conducted by means of questions and answers without reading the paragraphs. If a video conferencing tool such as Zoom is being used for congregation meetings, this tool should be used for the abbreviated Watchtower study. Although the attendance count should be taken for the Watchtower study, no count of those viewing the convention sessions is needed. Interesting. Number 1, at the end of the Watchtower study, announce that all who are able to do so should now view the current convention session on JW Broadcasting in their homes. This will provide a better viewing experience than watching the program using a video conferencing tool. Announce that at the conclusion of the session, someone in the home can offer a prayer of thanksgiving. After After the announcement, sing the second song specified for the Watchtower study and conclude with a prayer, acknowledging the convention program to follow. Number 3, the body of elders can decide if they would like to select a designated time later in the day for those who want to discuss the benefits of the program to meet in smaller groups by means of video conference such as Zoom breakout rooms. Or, with the elders taking the lead, publishers could be encouraged to discuss one another throughout the following week points that they enjoyed from the program. Additional considerations. Number 1, if some publishers are unable to access JW Broadcasting, the elders may transmit the convention sessions to such ones by means of a video conferencing tool such as Zoom. After the Watchtower study, these individuals would stay connected to enjoy the session. The session should be downloaded in advance to the host's computer. Number 2, be reasonable and flexible. Due to family circumstances or other reasons, some publishers or families may choose to view the sessions at other times. Maybe they're going to the beach. In view of the current pandemic, each individual or family head must decide the wisest course when it comes to meeting together as a family or to inviting a few others, such as Bible students, to view the session together. It would be good to remind the congregation of the need to continue applying the basic principles of health and safety, such as frequent hand washing, physical distancing, and wearing a face covering, and limiting physical contact with older and high-risk persons. This one I thought was funny. Number 5, 2020 convention badge cards and programs. In view of the special arrangements for viewing the convention in July and August, a limited supply of printed programs and badge cards will be shipped directly to congregations. Depending on local conditions, some congregations may not receive their shipments before the convention sessions are viewed. In any case, once these items have been received, they may be available for anyone who would like a copy. Number 6, evaluation of pre-groups and groups. You know, it just dawned on me, why do you need badge cards if you're going to be sitting in your living room watching the convention? Duh. It doesn't make sense. I wouldn't even get dressed up in meeting clothes. Alright, sorry, I digress. Number 6, evaluation of pre-groups and groups. In recent years, Jehovah's people have responded to the call to expand their ministry by learning another language in order to reach honest-hearted ones. And publishers should be commended for the self-sacrificing efforts in this regard. Nevertheless, it has been noted that in some cases, pre-groups or groups show little evidence of growth. Now, why didn't they put that in the congregation's part? See, they don't want them to know that there is no growth. Show little evidence of growth, with few progressive Bible studies and few, if any, progressing to baptism. What does that tell you about these foreign language groups, indigenous speaking groups? No growth. No growth. Why can't they be honest and tell the publishers this? Maybe this is why they're coming and watching our videos, because we're telling them what the elders are being told. I'm going to read that again. It has been noted that in some cases pre-groups or groups show little evidence of growth, with few progressive Bible studies and few, if any, progressing to baptism. In harmony with 1 Corinthians 9:26, the governing body wants to be certain that we are making our blows count when it comes to pre-groups and groups. Thus, please note the following updated guidelines, which in due course will be reflected in the organized book and the shepherd book. Circuit overseers will now be responsible to submit to the branch office recommendations to form pre-groups and groups. As noted in the announcement for congregations, circuit overseers have been asked to review all pre-groups and groups as they visit congregations during the next 6 months and to provide the service department with a recommendation regarding whether each pre-group or group should continue to function or be discontinued based on the updated guidelines. Number 7, requirements for forming pre-groups. A pre-group is used to test whether or not a language community has a significant interest in learning the truth. Not if we can help it. The circuit overseer will ensure that the following requirements are met before he submits to the service department a recommendation to form a pre-group. Number 1, a significant population, perhaps at least a few thousand individuals, is dependent on language and lives in close proximity to the Kingdom Hall. Members of this language community would have little or no understanding of the language of an already established congregation. The size and locations of the language community should not make it necessary to travel long distances or spend many hours in search work. At least a few exemplary local publishers are fluent in preaching the target language. Number 3, the body of elders is willing and able to take the lead in organizing and evaluating the preaching in that language. Number 8, pre-groups do not hold weekly meetings. However, test meetings should be held from time to time to determine if individuals dependent on the target language are interested in attending meetings. Caution is needed here, as many who wish to learn the language may attend such test meetings. We must focus not on the number willing to learn the target language, but on the number of interested persons dependent on the language who attend. If only a few such individuals from the field attend test meetings, then there would be no need to form a group. Number 9, what should be done if there's no significant population but there are a few interested individuals who are dependent on the target language? The interest may be followed up by a publisher elsewhere in the branch territory who speaks the language, perhaps by telephone or video conferencing. Then they have requirements for forming the groups, and it just talks about publishers who are fluent, at least one elder, qualified elders fluent in the target language and willing and able to conduct at least one weekly meeting, or one portion of a weekly meeting, such as public talk or Watchtower study. Now this is significant. Number 11, temporary reduction of your standing magazine requests. Due to current restrictions affecting the ministry and to prevent magazines accumulating, your standing request of public magazines will be reduced by 50%. Oh, but they're still sending them out to the public. We're still hearing about those who are actually getting magazines in an envelope with a letter preaching at them. This applies to the following as issues usually featured in September to December. The Watchtower number 3, 2020, Awake, number 3, 2020. This is a temporary arrangement. Surplus copies of previous issues may be used once we resume the public ministry. So see, it sounds like they're not going to be resuming the public ministry anytime soon. Number 12, meeting workbook and study edition of the Watchtower. Due to the lack of deliveries of these items, please can elders print copies for publishers who cannot access them electronically? Well, they're just having all kinds of problems, aren't they? It gets better. Number 13, literature deliveries. To improve the literature delivery service, we are pleased to inform you that a contract has been negotiated with another company, D.B. Schenker, Schenker. This will take effect as soon as the branch office makes the decision to resume deliveries. Further details will be sent later. Number 14. Oh, you guys knew this one was coming. Helping publishers to make donations. The branch is receiving many inquiries, particularly from elder ones who need help in making donations via donate.jw.org or some other method. We encourage group overseers and other elders to be alert to assist such ones. Yeah, because you got to get your money. Using the information in the online help or frequently asked questions document found on the site. Assistance should be offered with a discretion, and a brother offering such help should not save the jw.org password of individuals or retain their credit or debit card details. We'll see how that goes. Okay, 15 is worksheets for sign language meetings, a new study tool. For follow-through by the coordinator of the body of elders. Number 1, announcements for congregations. Ensure that the announcements for congregations are read at the next midweek meeting. Before reading the announcement regarding arrangements for viewing the 2020 convention, inform the congregation of the local arrangement decided by the body of elders. The schedule may be provided to publishers. Number 2, meeting workbook and study edition of Watchtower arranged for printing as needed. Number 3, literature deliveries. If the depot coordinator is in your congregation, make sure that he 1, receives a copy of the above announcement, and 2, that he updates the branch office with any changes in his contact details, including phone numbers and email addresses. For follow-through by the secretary. Applicant photos on jw.org. Please review the photos of all those with active applications on jw.org, and then they describe how to do it. Please ensure that clear, recent passport style and full-length photos of each applicant with plain backgrounds are provided. The applicant should be alone and dressed as he would for a congregation meeting. If a photo needs to be replaced, please ask the applicant to update his profile. For follow-through by the service overseer. Number 1, standing magazine request. Inform the literature servant of the reduced request. If the 50% reduction will leave you with insufficient magazines, please inform us by email to the maglitqueries.gb@jw.org. Hoy vey. Announcement for the attention of all elders. Direction related to COVID-19 pandemic for bodies of elders. A new document entitled Direction Related to COVID-19 Pandemic for Bodies of Elders will soon be posted on jw.org under the Documents tab in the Forms section. This document complies all current direction that is specific to our branch territory on the subject and will be revised as needed. Please check regularly for updates. It is for use by elders and should not be distributed to others. Secret document. Now this other one is just access to programs on JW Stream by elders and ministerial servants, and they just have directions on how to do that. Unfortunately, they don't give passwords. So anyway, thank you everyone for watching. And some interesting stuff. We knew they were going to be streaming the convention this summer, but badges? You don't need no stinking badges. You're sitting in your living room. Oy vey. So you all have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye.